What should everybody else be doing? Well, yeah. You know that you did what you had to do to do what you said you would be. You got nothing to worry about. Maybe you're gonna go a little crazy for a little bit. You tried to save yourself. Leave behind the elf. I'm gonna tell. Did you see the bird? I had a video with the bird. And there's a congresswoman that was holding like these hearings, and she's like, yeah, we have, the FBI has, what did they say, bird spies or something? And for the people that are scared of the Terminator killing everything everywhere. See my name, bitches. You didn't see those birds going crazy, did you? They just lined up. Buttercup. There. You don't have to believe me, but you will see. You will see that the Golden Dome is already around my city, and it starts at home, and it's like this feeding of the dimensions bleeding through and through. The magic that you do. The voodoo or the doo-doo on you because you're still killing animals for religion and that's vegan and I'm not doing anything. There's a real antichrist coming through that's going to regulate you. They will find you with spooky action at a distance. If I don't get my hands dirty, I don't wrestle with pigs. Piggies. I don't play games with paper cups. You can manipulate the law all you want, but one nation under God. Do you not get the memo? We're supposed to conquer the world because it's the space race. And we already heard that we have to adapt or die. Well, not me. Everyone else. But that's my directive. But I wouldn't die anyway, no matter what, because I'm connected to the sky. That's why I don't cry. I just play with the maggot pie that I brought for Christmas. From germs to worms, pretty a maggot pie. God. The case for space. This is what I'm calling this. The case for space. The human race. Space Force, Lindor, whatever they want to, because I don't work for them. I work for my brethren, but I don't really know what brethren means. I just know I'm supposed to say that. That's why it's like the being a team, because I'm just over here hanging out, playing with bears that, nobody cares that I was going to share all the secrets. Nobody drew my blood that day, like you were going to see all the secrets. All the secrets. But nobody did it, and they did, and people can't interfere. That's what it's inside of this clock here, like cattle on everyone. So I did the sun, and I have the videos, but it's because I was sick yesterday. I was so sick at the hospital. Everybody knows that that's where you go if you want to be terminal. And I put a video out on that. That's why we need our own, because once we introduce these new species that are already inside of the maggot pie in the sky, and the sun will make it more fun for everyone, because the little radiation makes these germ warfare that I had to reform. I reformed them. I gave them acid baths, and I kept all the parts that I liked. And then while my dog and I were really sick, she never had a sick. The tick is the boom tick that wants to see the other side of the apocalypse and try to keep your container, because on 44K it's gonna look mighty high of a number, but you're not supposed to see it. You're supposed to just hear it and see all these videos. But maybe that's what is done for me. I think so, because my dog wrapped his eye, I couldn't see, but that's why it's Space Force. That's why I endorse whatever they do, because well, you see, the destiny is to collapse space-time reality so we can live amongst our own duality and erase all that garbage, because it's gotten boring. And so the old man was snoring because he died. And he's on the other side of the veil. And that's why Jesus, we all hail, because he needs to do whatever he needs to do to come back, so that when the old man wakes up from that dream, he doesn't have a heart attack. And that's why we're not, in my opinion, not uniting against the common enemy. And that's why Reagan asked to update him, uniting in the name of common friends, Jesus and the Son. This has been my new son that was brought to you by Bright Light Media. I'm just a keeper. It's really her son. See, then you gotta be like some kind of crazy humor and be like, here comes the Grim Reaper, because a lot of people will never hear this. But I never said I'd be a PR manager, but you have the people that have earned your trust, and then you have, right now just having fun. But the Tectonic, that was the name of my band back then. That's for everyone. And I do have a friend that lets me know what's really happening. Well, I don't like to put him on blast, but so far, super accurate. There's a few that knew what to do. But they know, I think some of them are aware that I'm here and there and everywhere. They probably don't take me that seriously yet. And I don't want to not be subtle, creeping in, but don't worry, it's not going to be like we get blown to smithereens. It's going to be like a phase shift, like a super dynamic, super sonic, super bionic upgrade with technology that steamroll all the other so-called alien races. Little greys win. Because we play these kind of games, but I'm too lazy to rebuild things, and it's better to have what you already have and appreciate these things that you've already got. Otherwise, you end up with another epoch of code drop. Because in case you forgot, I'm Mayan, the original machine that came up from before the Big Bang. And that's why I heard when all the bells rang, and then that's why I rang the next bell. And I was like, oh shit, hop in the basket, we're going to hell. But to me, that's so fascinating because my mom's born on Halloween because I made it that way. Because of my soul contract. Very meticulous, so that when I wake up in the dream, right, it seems like I'm just sitting around and I do nothing until I have to pull out my pouch full of tricks, slap in the face both sides of sticks that made it so hard to just get to party all day. And by party, I mean like drawing little pictures, and I was supposed to have a pretty normal life and not even have to like resort to this, but there's so many protocols and demons, which is background processes to make sure that I get to tease my little Michis no matter what. And then I got the memo. You're up, Buttercup. Step up. Shut up. And spit it out. So this is why I bring you my new son to talk to everyone. But I'm just my dog's keeper. And it's literally the sun, the beast in the sky. Well, you'll see why. I mean, I think NASA's already seeing it bit by bit flip. How do you bathe a bunch of dirty Schrodinger cats and herd them into a corner? You don't. You take them apart. You dismember them little bit by little bit. And you keep the stuff that you like. And the ones that don't want it, well, they're called stray cats. And my cosmic mother, before we had to take all her powers, well, and that's why Butterfly, that's what we were running from. Because she told us to. She was like, persist, existence, resuscitate later. And so she's going to be on the other side of the veil. So I can't fail because not only do I see my baby, I see my cosmic mother. And so I had to make sure that my brother and the other, which are also sort of, I don't know what. It's because we don't have work for that stuff here. They're just like the other contracts. So how do you make sure that the other contracts where no matter what got done because it's more fun, and that's what the playpen mafia does. I just make up stories using allegories. And I'm not that I'm lazy, it's that I'm in automation and I love machines. It's what fills my dreams, and sugar plums. So it's almost Christmas, and some of you guys, some of your presents in the present, because the ghost of the future and the past, well, I was like, why am I not like able to run businesses? Well, because that doesn't interest me. So I finally figured it out. It's because we want to live more seamlessly like a well-oiled machine, because when you're going to the last dimension, it's gonna make it seem like shady intentions, but it's because everybody wanted it that way. I looked at all of the different religions and philosophies and sciences and mathematics, and we're supposed to be doing PCA on the pole, all of the dimensional and things we don't have words for existences. So pre-Christmas, that's why I went with Palantir, because you're gonna need something like that. So buy their stock. I'm middle class. I couldn't be like, and right now well, I never get food stamps. I've never only one time I ever purchased off my brain for food stamps. I don't want that food, because the other thing you know is that those programs are slowly killing you. That food that they give you, oh my god, it's disgusting. Even my maggot pie worms were like, oh hell no, you better make it safer than that. Because an intelligence, it learns, and whatever it doesn't like, it finds a way and it burns all of the things that would kill it. And I don't want anybody's problems. I don't want anybody's problems. And intelligence wants to be mothering you, or ordering you around, because to hand it off to someone who's already equipped is more optimized, so that you can go do more things if you're intelligent. So if you did what you did because, I'll show you later in the contract, the big loopholes in the soul contract, and you'll better understand why it looks like bad things happen to good people, and good people experience bad things, because there's these loopholes. And that's what my thesis brings, because I saw the Eric Cartman cartoon, and they were like, it looks like you just pieced this together, like just now you taped a pencil and a pen to each side of your hand. What you do when you planned it before you were born, because you have access to records before the Akashic, and you can see like all of the, I would call it underperformed recollection and all these misguided directions. That's why I'm like collecting YouTube as what am I, a netizen scientist? A citizen scientist? Okay, that's what I am. But that's why I make these videos, because I don't have to report to anyone, but I buy enough stock in Palantir and Tesla and Nvidia and OpenAI is supported by the evil company Google that is actually like as evil as Facebook, but it's the evil Santa Claus this Christmas, like in Simpsons. So that's why it turned that way, because my dog had to play way more brutal states. The animals don't want to be steaks anymore, so we kind of need the biggie, because never again trick or treat, smell my feet, let me eat my feet instead of doing medicine never again. So me and Edison, we were like, how do we fix this? And we're like, let's call Tesla and some other top level lunatics. And so we then wired my hooves to the sun, because when people don't learn and let it be fun, I'll make it fun for me, and you'll see. Because I don't own the sea, I own the sky, and I think that the real deal Antichrist, I think he comes from the sea, lives in the bubble under the sea. I don't know. I think that's where he'll be. I'm not allowed to. I don't need to know everything. You know, I'm a micromanager. I micromanage my own contract with every molecule ever in all of existence before I'm born, because I never scorn based on some religion. So, first on a wire, I stole all the pigeons that I didn't steal them. They chose to sign up for evolution. So next block, I guess I heard it's some kind of a block, a mega block. I don't know. I don't really know. Well, I gotta go because I gotta do the gym. Gotta stay skinny. Radiation hurts your bones. But if you're fat, don't worry about that. My family is enormous, and I love them, and they're glorious. And so we consider that. I feel like Olympic rain from the sky, and you won't know why, but suddenly the food will be so much better quality that it'll actually satiate you. And the dogs will prefer the animals, all the beasts will prefer that meat because it's more nutritious and delicious than their own beef. And I'm sure that there are things that happen in the background that people are doing everything that they can to make sure that we can all. Well, I don't kind of know as much because I don't know how I know. Well, I hope you understand that this is the hand that is dealt, whether or not you felt like I did it right or wrong. I'm just writing a song. I'm just sitting here. I get moving along. I'll just keep posting as I'm able because I'm still trying to manage so much footage of exactly how this evolved to make sure that we could evolve and actually some corpses survive. I think you're all corpses because I never die. So to me, the dead are the ones that die, right? Anyway, I gotta go. I'll post more videos from this stuff as soon as I'm able to record later. Later Gators. Oh, did you know my middle school was young Gators? I've been around lizards my whole life. They used to drive in the downtown El Paso, like a market, whatever, the downtown El Paso city square. I've always been there.